we are the same as Krishna. It is like the difference between father and son. Father and son are different and non-different at the same time. Jai, so we are continuing with the Topmost Yoga System by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And we're on page number 81. Oh, excuse me, 83. Jai. Try to understand it from the authoritative source and apply it in your life. Amongst the dying mortals, you will become the most intelligent because you are freed from sinful actions. If you act only for Krishna, then you are freed from all reactions. You will have no anxiety over what is auspicious or inauspicious because you will be in touch with the most auspicious. This is the process. Ultimately, we can get in touch with Krishna. Life will be successful. Anyone can adopt it because it is very simple. Here's a nice formula presented by Krishna himself. One should understand the position of Krishna. He is unborn and without any cause. We have experience, all of us, that we are born and we have a cause. Our Father is the cause. If someone poses himself as God, he has to prove that he is unborn and uncaused. Our practical experience is that we are born. Krishna is not born. We have to understand this. Understanding this is to be firmly convinced he is the cause, but is not caused. And since he is not caused, he is the proprietor of all manifestation. One who understands this simple philosophy is not illusioned. We are generally illusioned. We are claiming ownership of the land, but before my birth, the land was there. And after my birth, after my death, it will still be there. How long will I go on claiming in body after body, this is my land, this is my land? Is it not nonsense? One has to be out of illusion. We should know that whatever we're doing in the material concept of life is illusion. We have to understand whether we are illusioned or not. And all conditioned souls are illusioned. He who learns to be disillusioned gets free from all encumbrances. If we want freedom from all bonds, then we have to understand God. There is no neglecting this. It is our prime duty. Out of millions of entities, one may be enlightened. Generally, we are all born fools. As soon as I take birth, I am nurtured by parents and educated to falsely claim a land as my own. National education means to make you more foolish. Am I not foolish? I am changing my body like a dress, life after life. You have so many minds, so many dresses. Why do you claim this one? Why don't you understand? This dress is nice, but the next moment I may be in another. You are in the grip of nature. You cannot say what dress you will have. Nature, make me American. No, material nature controls. If you live like a dog, here, take a dog's dress. If you live godly life, here, take God. Out of many fools, someone tries to understand what I actually am. A dog? American? Russian? This real inquiry goes on. If you inquire, you have to ask someone, not just yourself. When crossing the street in a place you don't know, you have to ask the policeman or some gentleman. For what I am, you have to go to an authority also. What is a spiritual master? He is a person conversant with the science of Krishna. Ordinarily, nobody inquires, but if a man does, he can make progress and come to this understanding. Krishna is the cause of all causes. 4 kinds of people, followers of scripture and higher authority, inquire about Krishna. Those addicted to sinful activities can't inquire. They go on in intoxication. The righteous, pious man inquires and goes to God. Facility is given to people in this process by the authority to make people happy, not to exploit people. The purpose of ISKCON is in this way, to understand the science of God. You want happiness, here it is. You are distressed by sinful reactions, but if there is no sinful reaction, there is no suffering. If one who knows Krishna without doubt, one is relieved from all reactions. Krishna says, "Come to me, and I will give you freedom from all reactions." Don't disbelieve it. He can give you shelter. He has all power. If I give you such a promise, because I have no such power, I may break the promise. I don't know, I would really like to highlight this point. Srila Prabhupada is saying that if I give you such a promise, because I have no such power, I may break the promise. But Krishna says, "Come to me, I will give you shelter." He has all the power, so he will give you shelter. This is this is another just explanation or not proof, but you can say like establishment, the concept that spiritual master is treated as God, but he never claims that he is God. This is very important. If you associate yourself with Krishna consciousness, your dormant relationship with Krishna will be evoked. You have a relationship with him. There is no question of disbelieving. It is simply foolishness. The dormant relationship is there. You want to serve Krishna, but simply by the spell of illusion, we think we have no connection with Krishna. We go on doing all independent nonsense, and we are always anxious. When we associate with these dormant feelings for Krishna, however, we will become engaged in Krishna consciousness. God is unborn indicates that he is different from the material world. We have no such experience of the unborn. This city was born, history is filled with dates. Spiritual nature, however, is unborn. And at once we can see the difference. The material nature is born. You have to understand, if Krishna is unborn, then he is spiritual, not like one of us. Krishna is not some extraordinary person who was also born. He is not born. So how can I decide he is an ordinary man? How can I decide? Those who are fools and rascals think of me as an ordinary man, Krishna says in the Gita. He is different from everything in this world. He is anadi, without cause. Krishna may be spiritual, but there are other spiritual bodies. We have spiritual bodies like Krishna's, but they are born. Actually, they're not exactly born. It is like the sparks of the fire. The sparks are not born from the fire. They are actually there. We are also not born. We are sparks that come out of the original form. Even if we are not born, the sparks come out of Krishna. So we are different. The sparks of the fire are fire, but they're not the original fire. As for quality, we are the same as Krishna. It is like the difference between father and son. Father and son are different and non-different at the same time. The son is an expansion of the father, but he cannot claim that he is the father. That would be nonsense. Because Krishna is declaring himself supreme proprietor, He is therefore different from anything. If I am the proprietor of New York State, I am still not New York State. In every step, there is duality. No one can say we are completely one with God. When you can understand Krishna's and your own position in a very nice analytical way, then at once you become free from sinful reactions. This process will help you. Chant Hare Krishna and cleanse your mind, and you will receive the message. One has to be qualified. If you chant and hear for no payment, you will approach God. All things will become clear and illuminated. Jai, I think we will stop here because tomorrow we have another chapter starting, which is called Sources of Absolute Knowledge, and I would really like to start the episode with this chapter. Yes, so thank you so much for tuning in today, and may I remind you that this book is available, and the link to this book is in the description. You can read, you can download, you can purchase, and we will see you next time. This was Shravanam Diaries. Hare Krishna.